Mix of all kinds of people from all over the world, and I think that was just a really fun part of it. And believe me, I had many a night where I would go out. You know, I did radio for a very long time when I was in Japan, for almost 20 years, and I had this one Saturday morning show which started at 6 a.m. So I had to be at the station by about 5 in order to set up and everything. I can't tell you how many times. Yay! We're almost there. Almost there. Hold on, folks. But I can't tell you how many times I was literally on the dance floor until like 4:55 a.m. And then I'd go to the radio station and be like, yeah, I'm ready! You know. But nightlife in Japan is great. It's just, there's so much going on. And in Tokyo, there are, depending on the area that you go, like Shinjuku, you can go there, it's a completely different energy from Shibuya. And so there are all these little pockets, you know, and they're all very different in their own little ways. So yeah, nightlife in Japan, you can't beat it. It's probably one of the best things. One of the things I miss the most from Japan. Yes? Yes.
When you were just going from like very calm areas, especially in the mid to late 90s, that peak of the popular virtual player, did you ever have to notice like that billboards featuring this character's new voice and just sort of like, how about that? You know?
No, that's the thing. Like, honestly, I did not, I mean, of course I remember doing like, you know, Virtua Fighter and like Tekken and everything, but I had no idea, like they didn't really promote it in Japan, and I had no idea how big the games were, you know, and for me, that's been one of the great things about coming back here, is I'm like, oh, wow, I had no idea, and I think sometimes Japanese don't know. I mean, of course you have the sales numbers, they know from that, but I don't think they really understand like how loyal the fan base they have. And even some of the games I've done, like Shenmue, which has a very loyal fan. Oh, thank you, yes! Oh my goodness, and I have to tell you, that was probably one of the hardest recording jobs for me, because I had like 4 or 5, or I don't know how many parts I had, but we were doing it in the winter. It was a very cold winter, and all of us were getting colds, and they were very, very particular about our voice tone. And I was doing one of my characters, and I came into work one day knowing that, you know, my throat I was feeling it was a little bit off. And I thought, oh, shoot. I thought, you know, I can probably handle it, it'll be okay. I mean, I do radio, so I should be able to, you know, figure it out. But they sent me home. They're like, no, Lisa-san, gomennasai, ashita, which means tomorrow. I'm like, oh, shoot. Yeah. But yeah, they really don't know, I think, how much, and this once more goes back to anime and manga as well, they do not know how much their art forms are appreciated, you know, including video games all over the world. They still don't really comprehend that, I think. Yeah.
Visibility, especially arcade games in Japan, are still arguably thriving.
Yes.
In this country, you're not going to see any landscape billboard advertising in the next Street Fighter 5, Japan, Virtua Fighter is so closely associated with arcades, so it's kind of neat to think you're part of that Sega arcade landscape that in 1995.
Yeah, and I just still remember the first time that, because I also did Crazy Taxi 1, I did, old school, and they were working on a very tight budget, and so I probably did almost all the female characters, and that was a little bit tough, because I wasn't warned ahead of time, of course. But I remember I was actually on a date with someone, and we were going to an arcade, totally did not even think about it, but he's like, oh, this is one of my favorite new games, right? And I was just kind of zoned out, right? Because of course I'm on a date. But so he's playing, and I'm listening to this voice. That voice sounds really familiar. Oh my gosh, that's me! You know? And it was just so funny, because after that I was like, oh, come on, we need to go. Come on. I was like, oh my goodness! You know, it's just I was like so embarrassed by it all. I was like so flustered. But I think that was actually probably one of the first times I ever heard my voice in the video game.
Something's wrong with my HDMI cable.
Oh.
Sorry guys.
Okay, we're gonna keep trying. Well, I guess this one,
This is my last try at trying to figure out what's wrong with it. If I can't get it, I'm switching inputs on the HDMI cable. I'm not the cable I'm talking about.
yeah. Maybe.